The cards can be fickle. The cards can be great. But whatever you do, don't turn over an 8 on Card Sharks. And now, here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
Hello there. Welcome to Card Sharks. Hi, thank you. Nice to have you here with us. Thank you for joining us at home. Thank you. You're very kind. Thank you. Yeah, you don't want those 8s, those cards up the middle. Especially not now, because on our last show, we finished with 2 good players tied 1-1. We're going to open the board, get to the cards, and set up for the tiebreaker. So let's get to business. Just 3 cards up there. Janice and Lois load them in, and we'll meet our Card Sharks for the tiebreaker. Cathy Booker. Hello, Cathy, our champion. Get a little reminder about you, Cathy.
Well, I'm Cathy Booker, and I live in Mission Viejo, California, with my darling husband, Jack, and my 2 perfect little girls, Kelly and Christina.
Perfect. Do you want your children to be perfect?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not? Cathy was not so perfect with the money cards, had a little bit of problems, but nonetheless, she has $900 in cash. And our challenger is Phil Steckman. Hi, Phil. Again, a reminder about you, sir.
My name's Phil Steckman. I'm a pastor from Lyons, Oregon. I've got a beautiful wife named Susan. She was born in China. I've got 3 lovely daughters, and I play golf.
Well, nice to have you back, Phil. And we have an oddity because Phil is the challenger, but he's got more money than Cathy. He ran the cards for a $500 bonus. He hit one right on the head for another $500 bonus, $100 for the game. With one game, he's already got $1,100. Phil, you're playing very well.
Hey!
You both got the cards? And let us get to that tiebreaker. 3 cards and 3 questions, and right away we'll pick up where we left off, and this will decide who goes for the big money. Phil, we asked 100 men who have been married for 50 years. Is there something you did as a bachelor that after all these years you still would not want your wife to know about? How many men married 50 years admitted there is something they did as a bachelor that they wouldn't want their wife to know about?
You know, I think, Jim, that this is going to come upon every man that somewhere in his life he's blown it, and he doesn't want anybody to know about it, especially the one he loves very, very much. I think it's going to be a good number like 87.
87 out of 100. Higher or lower, Cathy?
That's a pretty high number. Jack's told me a few things, and I've gotten really upset, so I think maybe he would wonder if he should have told me or not. But I'm going to say it's just a little bit lower. That's pretty high.
If it's lower, you'll have to play your cards. If not, it'll be Phil with his. And again, if you hit the answer on the head, it's a bonus. I've got to ask you, we're talking to some of the people in the audience. Don't we have a couple here who have been married 50 years, celebrating their golden anniversary up there? Congratulations. Sir, is there anything that as a bachelor you do not want your wife to know even now? He's been married so long, he said, I was married before I was a bachelor. Okay. Many happy returns. That's nice. Now back to business. We are looking for, there's something you did as a bachelor that they wouldn't want their wife to know about even after 50 years. 87 says Phil, lower says Cathy. The actual number of men married 50 years who admitted there is something that they did as a bachelor they still wouldn't want their wife to know about is 40. It's lower. Cathy gets control of the card. Cathy starts off the tiebreaker with a 9.
Change it, please.
You win the question. You can change it.
Ooh,
Queen
good.
is better.
That's better. Great. Lower.
Lower than a queen. And an 8. No. Cathy, you said lower. It's higher. You lose on that.
Nuts.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry about that, Cathy.
But it's a good card again.
It means he gets, I know it's a good card, but Phil's going to play his card.
Exactly.
He gets a free chance. And a 2. Higher than a 2. A 7.
Higher!
He's going to go for it. Is he right? Yes! He took a chance and paid off. Cathy, sorry about that. But you're leaving us with $900. Cathy, you're a delight. Thank you. Cathy Booker. Phil Steckman, come on down here with me. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I figured it out. Phil had that near middle card, the 7. And the way to make a card come up is to go into the old chant there. Ay-ya, oh-ya, ay-ya.
You better believe it.
Let's have a lot of oh-ya, iyas right now because we're going for the money cards. You cut them?
Yes, I sure did.
Oh,
I'm ready to go.
Then he had to think about that. Let's get over and play him. Come on, Phil. Hop up here. Phil, over here. See, we can't let you deal them, Phil. We got to let Janice and Lois deal them. $200 on each level. Of course, remember, your minimum bets are $50, and that big decision on the big bet where you must risk at least half. And here, of course, you don't lose on the tie. We'll just carry it over. You're on your own. Good luck. Here's $200.
All right.
Keep your wits about you and good luck, and you can change the base card on each level. Thank you, Lois.
Give me a good one.
Phil starts.
Give me a good one, okay?
That's a good one, an ace.
Oh, fantastic. All the way. All the way lower.
It'll be $400 if
All
this
the
is
way.
lower.
All the
It is
way.
with a 10.
10, that's a medium.
Well, you better get out the Oya-Ias right now on that one.
Give me 200 lower.
Ooh, he likes that
200
10.
lower.
After the $200.
200 lower.
He's right.
Okay.
For 600.
Again, that's pretty good. Give me 300 higher.
$300 on
higher.
a 5. Higher. And right again. Well, the gutsy bets that paid off. We move up the jack to give you the other 200. Do you want the jack on this level?
Oh. I want another card. I want another card.
Ooh, he's going to try to kind of borderline card. Did he make the right decision? Oh. Careful. You are in the middle, Phil.
That's easy. 100 lower.
$100 lower than the 8. No. Still near the middle with a 9 and $1,000.
Give me another 100 lower.
Come on, let's see it right this time. $100
Very
lower.
good. Oh,
But you finally got a better card. 900 and a queen.
okay, give me give me 600 lower.
Good size bet on the queen.
600
$600
lower. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
The whole first line you did great. The whole second line
Moving
you've
on the
gone
second.
backwards. But come
Bring
on,
it
we're going to
up.
move up that good card. That's 300 with a king.
All of it lower.
All right, let's
All
get
of it
$600
lower.
out of this, please. Is it lower? It is. Okay. Come on down here, Phil. But nonetheless, with your runs and all, you add it all up, it wasn't too bad for one game. $1,800 for Phil Struckman. We'll have a new challenger in a moment. Start a brand new match. Don't go away. What an unkind term, formerly fat. 2 brand new decks of cards and a new challenger on Card Sharks. Michelle Marr. Hello, Michelle. Nice to meet you.
Nice to be here.
What don't you tell us about you?
I'm Michelle Marr. I'm from Westport, Connecticut. I was a private investigator for a year, and now I'm a teacher. I love horses, and I ride my horse through Paul Newman's yard because I live a half mile from him.
Oh, that's... Isn't it? Your horse, when he goes through Paul Newman's yard, your horse wouldn't do anything.
He has.
On Paul Newman's yard?
Uh-huh.
Shit. Paul watches all the time. Paul, if you're watching, it's Michelle.
It's
You know,
my
when you're
horse.
slipping around out there, it's Michelle. Nice to have you here with us.
Thank you.
You got the card?
Yes, I did.
Then good luck. We'll start the best on Paul Newman's lawn. My goodness. Phil, is his lawn baby blue like the eye? No, it's not. Phil, we start with you. Phil, we asked 100 married women, if your husband tried out a new love-making technique, would you be suspicious about where he had learned it? How many women would be suspicious about where their husband had learned the new technique?
Oh, boy. I think several women would be very suspicious. I don't know that they'd say anything, but they'd probably be suspicious. Let's go for 62.
62 out of 100 say they would be suspicious, Michelle.
Oh, I bet they would be suspicious, but they sure would be happy. So I think it's going to be a little bit higher.
A little higher. Even more would be suspicious.
Yeah.
Interesting. You're both up there very high with this one, 62 and higher. The actual number of women who would be suspicious of their husband's new lovemaking technique is 39. It's not higher. It's lower. 39. Bill, you want a good one?
A good one.
Well, that's not so
Change
good.
it, please.
He could still get a good one.
Oh,
Still not so good. A 9.
Let's go lower.
Lower than a 9. A 5.
All right.
Yes.
Let's go higher.
Higher than a 5. A 6.
Let's go higher. Yeah.
Risking it again. A 10.
Let's go lower.
Oh, he's going to try to go for it. If it's lower, he has the game and a $500 bonus. Yes! A $500 bonus with terrible cards. 9, 5, 6, 10. Finally, the 4. Phil, you found the secret of this game. The heck with the money cards. Win it all over here.
Sure, why not?
Great job by Phil, and you really took a chance with that 10. It was a gutsy move, so it is game 1 to the champion. Michelle, we didn't get a chance to find out if you were going to be gutsy or not. Maybe you'll do it this time. Same 2 decks of cards. Janice is dealing them out. And Michelle, we asked 100 psychiatrists, are there some people who can never become good parents no matter how hard they try? How many psychiatrists think there are some people who can never become good parents?
I'm a teacher, and I deal with so many parents, and I see everything I try and tell them, they say, sure, I'm going to do it. They go home and they don't do it. So I think it's going to be a high number, 61.
61 out of 100 say there are people who could never be good parents, Phil.
As a pastor, I naturally hope it's lower. Let's go lower.
Lower than that?
Yes.
Yes, we asked the psychiatrists, so it makes it interesting. 61 and lower. The actual number of psychiatrists who think there are some people who can never become good parents is 89, not lower, very much higher. Yeah, I know you were hoping, and I can't say as I blame you, but 89, very high number. Michelle starts this game with a 2.
Oh, good card. Higher, higher.
A 2, a 6.
Higher.
She's going to risk it higher. She's right with an 8.
Freeze.
Not going to worry about the run on the middle card. We'll protect that position for Michelle, who needs 2 cards to tie up the match. We'll find out if she can do it right after this. Thank you, Jay. And remember, talking about contestants, next week we're going to have the young people back on. It should be a delightful week, and then we'll be looking for you to come down as a contestant after that, all right? Okay, game 1 to the champion, and now in game 2, it's the challenger has moved over. She's up the middle with an 8, but needs only 2 cards to tie up the match. Question 2 to Phil. Phil, we asked 100 Catholic priests. Do you have any, asking a minister about Catholic priests, sure. Right? Do you have any friends who have left the priesthood in order to marry? How many priests do have friends who have left the priesthood to marry?
I think because of the more and more problems in the priesthood, I think a lot of men are leaving. They're going to know quite a few. Let's go with 67.
67 out of 100 say they do know.
I know the priest that I have right now in my church did go and get married, and he also got divorced, but I still think it's going to be lower.
Lower. Sounds like an interesting parish you've got there, Michelle. 67 and lower. The actual number of priests who said they do have friends who left the priesthood to marry is 89, not lower. Very much higher. Well, fascinating. Oh, Phil wants a good one.
Please,
he's got one, a king. Lower than a king, a jack. Lower, he says. It is a 6. Risking it higher, a 7. He's going to go for it. The championship with $500. If it's higher, no. Not that time with a near middle card. Michelle doesn't mind at all. Free chance with an 8. She says higher. She's right with a 9.
Freeze. Freeze.
Freeze. And now with a reprieve, Michelle needs 1 card to tie it up. Michelle, we asked 100 housewives. I thought you were doing your Lamont Cranston imitation there. Ha ha ha. The shadow knows, Phil. We asked 100 housewives, Michelle. Would you approve of a new law giving housewives half of their husband's salary every week as payment for the work they do at home? How many housewives said they do approve of a law paying them?
I don't think the men realize how much we go through at home. They think we just sit there and watch soap operas. I think it's going to be a pretty high number.
Or go over to Paul Newman's lawn. Right.
76.
76 out of 100 say they would approve of that law, Phil.
I don't think they would. Let's go lower.
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 The actual number of housewives who would approve of a law providing payment for housewives is 54. Phil is right. It is lower. More than half of them wanted it, though. And Phil, you're looking at a king.
Try again, lower.
Lower than a king. A 6.
Higher.
Higher than a 6. A king.
Lower.
Lower than a king. A 3. Is he going to do it again? Yes! With a big 8. Phil Turnover, a lot of cards, gets another $500 run. Oh, don't be sorry. You're here to win. We're sorry for Michelle, though, that we didn't win any money. We do have some nice party gifts. Thank you for being here. Michelle Marr. Thanks, Michelle. Bill, come on down here. Now, for a man who didn't do very well on the money cards, you've already got $3,000.
Marvelous.
Let's see, but now let's do well on the money cards this time.
I'll try much harder this time.
Okay, you got to get the arms into it the way you do over here. It seems like that works for you.
Okay.
Did you cut the cards?
Yes, I did.
Good luck. You're a nice gentleman. Come on up here, Phil. Here we go. $200. 3 cards. The bet is you win. Up to the second level, we add another $200. 3 more cards. Minimum bet's $50. Till the top card, the big bet, where you must risk at least half. And come on, let's clean house this time. Ready? Here's 200.
Give me a good number 1.
A good number 1, Lois. He wants a number 1. He's got a good one, a 2.
All of it up.
$400.
All of it higher.
This is higher. Yes, with a 6. Careful now.
Give me 200 higher. 200 higher.
Careful. Right away, he wants to bet half of it higher. And no. Don't lose on it, though. You still have the 400. You're on your own, so you don't lose on a tie.
Let's go 200 higher.
Still, he's not dissuaded. 200 higher. Yes! With
Hey, bring it up.
Nicely
Bring
done.
it up.
Yes,
Bring
sir.
it up.
Another 200 with the king and $800.
All of it lower. All of it lower.
Double nothing. We have no more money to give you.
All of it lower.
1,600 if it's
All
lower.
of it lower.
Yes! With a queen. $2,200 lower. Yes!
All of it higher!
Trying to double 2,800 higher. Yes! And with a doubling $2,800, we move up to 5. Now, do you want the 5?
Give me another card.
All right, this is a very big change with $5,600. Phil for the big bet will play.
All of it, lower.
So it's doubling up.
Every single penny.
Trying to double $5,600. Cross
right.
the fingers.
Come
Phil
on.
be there. Lower.
Yeah!
$200 in cash. All right. And super. That's wonderful. It worked. Don't you get the hands into it, Phil? $14,200 for Phil Steckman. We'll be right back right after this. Back with a good champion, Phil Steckman. Well, before we meet a new challenger, I hope you watch The Tonight Show as I do. And a little while ago, Johnny Carson had a group on from a small town called Cooper, Iowa, they have only 50 people in the town, and they're looking for a 51st citizen. So they asked various people if they would join. I got a letter to try to qualify as a 51st citizen of Cooper, Iowa, which is kind of terrific. And you have a little test to take. But unfortunately, mine arrived on the 20th, and it was too late. That was the cutoff date, so I couldn't be eligible. So I thought I'd try it anyway. They have good questions like, have you ever hunted snipe? Yes, I know. You get a bag and you put them up and you try to pull them down. They're like possums at night, right? Snipe, yes. See. Do you know the difference between an apple pie and a cow pie? Yes, a cow pie tastes better. I know that. So if I'd gotten it on time, I know they would have picked me instead of Johnny Carson. All right, thank you, the people in Cooper, Iowa. Let us deal out 2 brand new Texas cards and meet a new challenger on Card Shark. And Lynn Cargill, hello there. Nice to meet you. What would you tell us about you?
I'm Lynn Cargill. I'm from Torrance, California. I'm originally from Kansas City. We've lived here just a year, and I'm a diet technician at Little Company of Mary Hospital in Torrance.
It sounds like you enjoy your work, I hope.
It's all right, yeah.
Okay, maybe.
I can make better money.
Hope you enjoy your stay here. You got the cards?
Yes, I did.
All right. We'll start the best 2 out of 3. Yeah, we'd all like to make more money. Phil, who has made some money, starts off. We found 100 women who have been divorced 3 or more times, and we asked them, if you were stranded for a year on a desert island, would you rather be alone or with all of your ex-husbands? How many divorced women said they would rather be stranded alone?
Oh, boy. I think they got divorced because they had problems. But
That's a
because
good reason.
But because they married 3 times, they can't live without him either. So let's go for 68.
68 out of 100 would rather be alone.
No. People don't like to be alone, even though they got divorced. Lots of them are still friends. It's a little tiny bit higher.
Now, how many said they would rather be alone?
Be alone? Oh, no. Lower.
Sounded like that's where you're thinking.
Yeah,
Say
lower.
The actual number of divorced women who said they would rather be stranded alone is 52. You're right, Lynn. It is lower. And Lynn starts off the match with a king. Lower than a king, a 5. Higher than a 5, a 9. Freezing it. Doesn't want to take a chance on the near middle card. And Lynn, your first question. Lynn, we found 100 men who have just become a father for the first time.
Okay.
And we asked them, has having a child made you feel more like a man? How many new fathers said having a child has made them feel more like a man?
Yes. Men who have just had their first child feel great. They're so proud. They think it's terrific. I think that most of them feel more like a man. I'd say it's about 68.
68 out of 100, Phil.
It's going to be higher. That is one of the most special times in your life. It's higher.
Higher than that. The actual number of new fathers who said that having a child has made them feel more like a man is 45. Not higher. It's lower. Less than half. Of course, they may have been more secure in the first place. And now Lynn can change that 9, and it becomes a jack. Lower than a jack. A 6. If it's higher, Lynn is the first game of the match. No. And Phil has a free chance, and Phil will play a 7. Higher than a 7. A 3. And Janice will fill in the spaces, and we will quickly take time out for this commercial break.
Stewart speaking for Card Sharks. It's a Bill Todman production.